Hi everyone and welcome to my channel. My name is Sophie and I'm doing the 100-day challenge. So today we have a bit of a special project. I have to prepare 2 happy mails and they involve a lot of paper items. So what I've come up with is this. I'm pretty sure I've seen this type of things made by either Margaret from Seven Plaza or someone else. But I think it's Margaret or something similar. And yeah, so I want to make another one of these. I have 2 happy mails to send. So this is what I want them to look like. So the base for this is a file folder that I have altered, but not that much. Then I've put these closures. They were used to, you know, the men thing that you would strap to your trousers so they wouldn't fall out. And the way it works, I've had a little handle and it's held on by brats. And inside it's an accordion folder. So this is what it looks like. I think I have 8 pockets. Some of them I've not yet filled in. And the pages are made from vintage atlas. So then I've stuck my paper in. Obviously, when they're too big, I need to fold them. But I think it's quite a nice solution to come up with. So let's make one of our own. This might be a bit of a long video, but I'm pretty sure you'll be happy with the result if you craft with me along. So let me just close this. And yeah, just another detail. I've made these longer because if your folder gets full, then you can make them longer and tie them anyway. But for the moment, they just need to be folded like this. And then up, they're closed like this. For our one, I might use a different closure. I'm not sure yet. And we'll see how we go. So let's start. I have a file folder. This is the common file folders that we find over here. It doesn't matter if you don't have exactly the same one. There are parts that we are not going to use, like this flaps. So I'm just going to remove them. These file folders come from Action, so the equivalent of the Dollar Tree. And the flaps are very, very easy to remove. And the only other thing that we're going to take off are the eyelids and the elastic strings. So let me do that. So it's not always easy to remove the eyelids. If your file folder rips, it doesn't matter because as we're going to cover it with sort of a collage masterboard thingy, then they're not going to show. So sometimes I have luck and I manage to remove them quite easily. And sometimes I don't have luck and they tend to, I have glue all over. Sorry about that. It looks like I was sunburned. It's not, it's just glue. So I'm just going to try lift it a bit. Don't cut yourselves. Don't be like me. These ones are actually quite well embedded. So I will get some of these, and if I am lucky, I should have the tweezers, not the tweezers, this one, the one that cuts. Don't injure yourself, please. There's no proper technique to do this. There is, I don't know it. I just want to lift as much as I can, not necessarily cut it out. But if I do, I do. I don't care. Oh, my dog is playing with something. Something that she's eating. I should check on it. So, I did rip it. But I don't care. So I'm just taking it out. I could make myself life easier by just ripping them out, I guess. But, you know, if I could save. Oh, that's a nice chunk. Well, let's be clever and just remove. You can't see it because I'm out of frame because of the size of the file folder, but I'm removing the bottom one. Ripped, ripped, and ripped. It doesn't matter. We can always reinforce these parts after we're done. So what I want to do is I want to cover the whole of the file folder with a collage. So you can use book pages, you can use scraps, you can use whatever digitals you might have, or I wouldn't necessarily put on scrapbook paper because I wouldn't, but it doesn't mean that you can't, I suppose. So I have some scraps in my box next to me. Hopefully I have some that I can use. So I have newspaper here, old newspaper. And remember, I have a lot of antique and vintage things that you don't necessarily have, but you don't need to have them. I have them because I like them, and B, they're easy and relatively affordable. So you can do them with anything, any book pages. I do sometimes mix old with new. So, I mean, why not? Why not? So I'm just going to cut some pieces. It doesn't matter that it doesn't mean that I will use them all. It just means that I have something to start with. So here I have some paper that was presumably from a glue book. What else do we have? We have another sort of paper. Ooh, exactly what I wanted to do. Okay. I would love it if there was some music paper, but I haven't seen any. And if I don't have any, then I will go and get some. This is wallpaper. Shall we try with wallpaper? Why not? This is cheap, very cheap wallpaper that I got from, you know, the shop where they sell the items that were not sold by shops who went bankrupt. This is good. Different sort of color. What else do we have in the magic box? We have this. This is very... yeah, it's Atlas. I knew it was because it was so thick. Actually, I'm going to use the other part. Okay. Do we have a piece of road map? Well, tiny bit of music paper. Tiny bit of road map. Road map, I have so many of them that I can even afford to go and get some. Okay. Actually, I might have some in my other scrap box. And I only show you the little scrap boxes, but I actually have a huge, what's it called, a wooden box that is full, and it's really, really huge. It's about 60 centimeters high by maybe 45, and it's full. Let's not throw this away. We could use that as well. There we go. I'm going to get a couple of other different pages so that we have a bit of color. Okay, for this I'm going to use glue stick, which is hidden over there. So I'm going to place the papers on my file folder, and I'm just going to glue them. I think on this one I might actually try to put some stamps or some labels. I like the other one as it is, but I think it would actually be, and I'm going to make them, I'm going to try to get them straight and do this on the other side. Okay, this is as straight as I will get it. Now. Oops, accident. Paper attack. Okay. This is not, yeah. Hopeful you can see, yeah, you can see. You don't need to make it one after the other in a line. I don't do that because otherwise it becomes too straight. Okay, so I'm going to do this. Up. I'm going to martin this as I would do if I was making a book cover. And I will round the angles afterwards, the corners afterwards. So make sure that it's very well glued. I'm going to use, what do I have? I have this. Let's get another sort of paper. Le Comte de Monte Cristo. I read it when I was a child. I loved it. I read a lot when I was a child. It was sort of my only game. I just loved reading for the moment I could read. So within the first months of, we call it primary school, I started reading, and you could never ever stop me. And the only punishment I ever had was, you can't read tonight. And that was like drama. Of course, I always found ways to read anyway. So, but when I was reading, you could call me. I wouldn't hear you. I would hear nothing. Shall I put the bits with the picture? Yeah, I shall. So I'm going to make this one a bit different so that you can see that there are alternatives. It's not because I don't like the other one. I do like it very much. But I think you can always, you know, change. Another thing is that your thingy is going to get like this, your file folder. So you might want to be careful to the direction of your text. Once again, you don't have to. You could place them, you know, randomly, and that would be fine as well. But for some reason, I can't do that. I just can't. Maybe that would be a challenge for me, you know. And I don't care whether things are upside down or not, but it's hard for me to make everything not irregular. That would not be the right term, I guess. Yeah, I'm not happy with the music paper that I have. I'm going to see if I have some next to me, which I probably do. Oh, that's quite nice. Yeah, we can do this. So then we can add more of that same page, but just with the text. Can you hear them playing? 10 minutes ago, Sammy was poorly. He threw up and he looked miserable. But when it's time for playing, all worries are gone. Not sick anymore, Mama. I can play. Let me play with June. They're always stuck to one another. So funny, because there's a huge size difference. She actually can put his whole head in her mouth. But somehow, they've decided to be best pals. They sleep on top of one another. They play all the time. This is German, why not? And that's Sammy playing. Often he loses his breath. We kind of suppose that he has, not asthma, but something, you know, he's a little dog with a flat nose. So it's probably because of that he has sometimes a bit of difficulty to breathe. But the vet said there was nothing to worry about. So when it's too much, then we try to calm him down, but it doesn't always work. Sam, you here? Sam, mon chien, tout doux, doucement. But it doesn't stop him from playing. Eh ben, petit cochon. Oh, come on. There. So this is very thick paper, so it will definitely reinforce the torn eyelid space that we've left. Boom. What else do we want? What other pages do we have? Yeah, exactly what I wanted to do. No. Yes. No. Yes. Don't ask me why. Yes, no, yes. So I'm taking the opportunity that no one is home, that I'm all alone. Everything is sort of quiet except for the dogs. Just to enjoy my time with you. I don't know about you and whether you have children, whether they live with you or not, but I can't wait for the moment where I will have no one at home. No, that's not what I want. I think I might want this. Ooh, where is this? I guess it's Dutch. I'm not sure. Yes, it's Dutch. Can't wait to go to Rotterdam. 2 more weeks and I'll be in Rotterdam. Ay, 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 ay. a little snippy. And again, I don't mind how it looks because I'm going to round the corners afterwards. Ah, La Fête du Foot 98. So this is from the year France won the what is it? World Cup of soccer, as you would call it. We would call it football. Did I not take enough different papers? That could be the case. But that would be an easy one to solve. I definitely need some music paper. I think I see some. I think. Brittle paper. Let me see. Oh, your music paper. Please don't fall down, guys, please. I need to sort my room. Yes, it is. Ouch. It's the first time I found a vintage music book like this. Normally they're just sheets or they're within booklets. And this one, it was a book, and I don't even think I bought it for it being music. I think it came in you know what I call leftovers in drawers. So it was a good surprise. You always get good surprises, whether they're tiny objects, or papers, or pictures. Always looks good. Music paper. Maybe I can put another bit here. Let's see. This one is going to be brittle as well, I think. But that's okay. Well, while we have the music sheet here, we can always... I'm going to change sides. Or am I? Yes, I am. So this way, you know, it's it will be in the right, the text will be right side up, whichever side you look at, except for the flap. That will be upside down. Again, she's eating something that doesn't really make the sound of something that should be eaten by a dog. Let me check. Well, not something for dogs. I think I have a different... I do. I have a different piece of road map. I don't pick them up anymore. I think I bought like 5 or 6 once, and they have I think I've mentioned him already. A friend who empties houses when the owners are deceased, and he often finds them, and he saves them up for me. He gifts them to me, and I have about 35, 40 of them, I think. He also saves me postcards, cute little things, sometimes books. Book page, book page. The only thing I'm really careful about is not to put 2 pieces from the same book next to each other, because I actually like the sort of variety. But it doesn't mean to say that you could not use just the same book pages everywhere. This is what I love about journaling. There are no real rules. There are tricks, there are things to make your life easier, but not necessarily rules. I'm going to fold this for the moment and glue this one where I want it. Which is going to be here. Where is my glue spreader? Probably underneath. No, it's not. No, it's not. Okay. We do pretend that there's a ghost in this house, the former owner. And sometimes we actually really wonder. We have things falling when there's no one in a room. But even if that was the case, I mean, I don't really care. There's no harm being done to us, so let everybody coexist in a peaceful way, which is absolutely fine by me. It's a bit too near to the one above. Do I have anything else? Maybe you. Yes, but you're not wide enough. That's okay. Okay. Kind of got lost in my thoughts there. Okay. One tiny bit over there. $19.25. This is also something that I have a lot of. Newspapers. Again, I get them in random leftovers drawers that I get. But I like the paper. I know a lot of people who don't, but I do. Okay, I need to fold it so that you can see what I'm doing. Oh, this is the same. This is the same, so let's just wait about this one. But this we have none. Let's put it like this. So I don't know what you've planned for the day. This is Sunday for me. And usually, well, I didn't, when I was working, I hated Sundays because that was the day that was devoted to cleaning, ironing, and such pleasant things. And it was the day before going back to work, and there was usually stress, you know, to go back to work and thinking all of the things that you had to do. And though usually I had been working through the weekends as well, because, you know, you're always on call, you're never alone. There are always emails to which you need to respond, even if you're on holidays, sick, or weekends. And yeah, it was really the day that I hated the most. But now, I don't care whether it's Sunday or any day. I don't care. No. 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 Okay. That was a no. Okay, that might be a yes. Ooh. Like, you know, when you pick up something and then you turn it around and ooh, that sign is even better. Good surprise. No more music. Dictionary. Just cutting the borders. There. Again, do I want dictionary? Yeah. Or little statues? Well, little statues. can use this part somewhere else. But this, I didn't take the border. I'm not going to show you the whole covering of the inside. I'm just going to show you a couple because you need to be careful to the edges. But I will do that off camera, the rest. I had a big fight yesterday with my art glitter glue. We broke up. And it went directly to the bin. It was the end of my tube anyway, of my container. And it got into such a mess. And I opened it up to try to unplug it. And then it just went all over me. I had some everywhere. I even found some in my hair this morning. And that was not a pleasant surprise, I must say. Not at all. So I've not inked my papers. I will ink the edges of the item, but not anything else. So the edge of the file folder, but not any papers. It doesn't mean you can't do it. It's just upside down. I don't want to. Sophie, you took out the glue spreader. So now we just need little pieces. And then we have the front flap. I guess I'm gonna cut it here. Up. I need a wet wipe for my fingers and for my paper. When I did the other one yesterday, I've used a sheet of paper, and when I went with the wet wipe, the ink was going away. That was not pleasant, I must say, and was rather unexpected as well. So here we have dictionary. That is going to remain dictionary. I'm just going to remove the white borders. Oh, very good, Sophie. Sure, you can do even worse. Oh yeah, go on. Should I do this? Yes, I shall. Okay. Okay. So we need 2 little bits. Oh, come on. I'm going to have this. Oh, I said something stupid. It will not be upside down on the flap. It will be the same as here, which is good. Oh, nice little lump of glue. Why did I do that? Just tell me why. Oh, I did it here as well. So clever. So glue. So clever. So I think I want this here. No, yes. So here we have dictionary. Okay. Here it reads the camel and the floating sticks, which is not something I expected to ever read. Oh. Some more dictionary. Yes, why not? We have a big piece, so I think we should use it. I love dictionaries. This one is antique. I have so many of them. A lot of bilingual, so a lot of French, German. I just bought a French Greek one. I have French Latin. Latin reminds me of some unpleasant school years. It was not really a choice to go study Latin. Guess my parents thought it would be easy, my speaking Italian, but guess what? It's not. It's like German in the way it's how can I say this? We say declined. I don't know how it's the when you do rosa rosa rosam rosa ros rosis rosis. So this sort of things, and then the articles, and then much complicated, and not near. My brain never got used to it. I had no issue with any other language. German was tough, so I can speak it a bit. I can understand it very well. I can't write it. I wouldn't write it. But yeah, my mind is not made for these languages, which is, yeah, weird. The funny thing is how I lost my English accent in the course of the years where I didn't speak English at all. It has now been 3 years. Actually, will be 3 years. Actually, a bit more than this, maybe 4, because I was on sick leave for over a year before I got put on disability. Yeah. Okay, we need tiny bits. I have a tiny bit here. Yeah, so I lost my accent. You couldn't you could blah, blah, blah. You couldn't tell that I was not anglophone before. Now you can. I am a bit. You can tell I am a bit French, but it was funny. You are the same. You are the same. You are not the same. So, last piece. There we go. Good. We're done. This side is done. So I'm going to start making the other side and then I'll finish it off camera. I'm first going to make sure that everything lays flat. Okay. So the only thing that you need to take into consideration when doing this side, you could decide not to do all of it because you're going to have glue here and you're going to have your papers. I prefer to do it because it also reinforces my file folder. So the only thing which I'm going to show you and that you need to be careful about is actually not to glue it over the edges, not like the other side. You need to stay within the edges. Okay? So that's really the only thing that you must be careful. Okay, let me do this side. And I've covered now both sides of my file folder. I'm going to take the outside piece and I'm going to decorate it a little bit, oops, with some stems. My desk is such a mess since I've started filming. Not that it was not a mess before, but now we have reached a stage that is really outrageous. So I'm going to pick up some stamps, some little bits and pieces, some washi labels. I'm not going to go mad on the decoration. I'm just going to put some little things. Now I said I wanted stamps and all I'm getting are labels. So stamps we have here. Now you can put anything you want and how much you want. That's really, really up to you. There's no stopping your imagination. Aside from you, and probably you should not let it be stopped. Okay, let's see if we have enough. So, I'm going to glue them with my glue stick as well. Maybe I'll take my glue book out. So, I'm going to put them sort of randomly. Now, apparently you really want to get glued, so I'm going to glue you. Now, for the next stage, we are going to use some Mod Podge and put it all over, both inside and outside. This will help, again, for the piece to be sturdier, and it will give it sort of a nice finish. You can take whichever one you like, whether it's glossy, whether it's not glossy, and that's supposed to go on the other side. Hopla. That's really, again, up to your liking. Oh, Suomi, Finland. Nice. let's try to put it straight. We've gotten everything else straight, so not straight in the right reading order. I want something around here. Love little college. Please shoot me. Euthanize me. I'm really making absolutely no sense whatsoever. Okay. Maybe a little more red. No, it was not upside down. So this also gives me the opportunity to use stamps that I probably wouldn't use in my journal. And I think it's also a nice way to make Happy Mail. They're a bit different and probably not what you would expect. Yeah. Maybe just one more. And then we'll go to the other side. I'm not going to put anything underneath because it's not going to add anything to it. Okay. We are going to fold a bit more to score afterwards when everything is dried. Okay. So this side is upside down. Well, it is what it is. It is what it is. It doesn't matter at all. I would say normally I do pay attention to this, but obviously this time I didn't. Not that it matters. And if I did put it in frame, it would be better, wouldn't it? Oh, come on. Come on. Not patient today. Stems, I want stems. We have 3 of them left. So let's glue them all. Nicaragua. I didn't notice that that was a label. Brown stamp from Belgium. And the last one. Which is from where? Hungary. Not sure we need it actually, but you know, let's do this. Okay. Now we have the flap, which I haven't messed up, so that's good. This is one with a lace. Nah, I'm gonna hoard it. I know that. Probably have 2 other ones I'm holding as well. Okay, stamp, stamp, stamps, stamps. And I would like a label or 2. Never satisfied, never. Yeah. That's one that I've seen. One. Okay. So I will put them upside down so they will be fine with the rest. Let's change glue book page. Let's try to put something in frame. How do you call this? Hockey. Certainly not something I would use because it's too contemporary and wouldn't fit into any of my journals. But here it does. Oh, it can actually go across. Why not? Now you're going to have to let this dry really, really well before putting the Mod Podge, because otherwise it will make bubbles. Now, if you don't mind the bubbles, I guess it doesn't matter, but I sort of do. That doesn't show you that you won't have any, but you'll probably have less. And I'm going to put a label here. What sort of colors do we have here? Red. Oh, we have a Father Christmas. Do we care that it's not Christmas? No, we don't. But aside from here, because I don't make Christmas things, I'm not going to save it. Now I say this, and maybe this year I will make a Christmas, but you know, doesn't mean I would have used it anyway. So we had labels, didn't we? A couple of them. What is this one? This is a nothing. This one we already have. These are not washy. This one I like very much. Yeah, it ended up nowhere where I had tried, but it is there. Shall we put another stamp here? We shall. Maybe one here. Do we want a green or do we want this? I think we want neither of them. No, I think that's enough. Okay, so now is the time to let everything dry before putting Mod Podge on it. So before we are going to Mod Podge everything, and I suppose you could do this afterwards, but I prefer to do it first. What are you? I will take my file folder. Here's my flap. And what I'm going to do, I know there are two scored lines already, pre-scored lines next to this one. So I'm going to make them appear, and I know that the whole thing should be 1.5 centimeters because I have measured it before. So I'm just going to take centimeters and oh, you can't feel them, so that's okay. I'm gonna do it like this. I need a pencil, but I have a marker here, so that will do. Here, no, that won't do because that's the outside. And I don't have a pencil here either. Good. Let's see if I can find something in my mess. There should be one somewhere. And if not, what have I done with it? I used them. There, I have one here. No, that's not this one, it's the other one. This one has a pencil, yeah. So my fold is here. I'm going to go 0.5 centimeter before. And I'm going, what am I doing? I'm doing things wrong. So 1.5 centimeter before, and I'm going to go 1 centimeter afterwards. So these are the scoring I need to do. Now I can see one. Yeah, it is there. So now I've just got to pray that it's straight. Now I've lost my scoring tool. Here it is. Okay, so that is going to be 1. Doesn't look straight to me, but seems to be anyway. So that's 1. And then I'm going to go for the other one. Oh, come on. Okay. So that's 1. Let's do it one more time. There you are. Now I'm going to fold them. Okay, so that's 1. And the second one, that one will be a bit harder. Where are you, second one? You're there. Oh, where is it? I can't feel you. So this one I've done. This one is the one in the middle. Okay, I was going blind. It must be going blind. Where are my marks? I can't find them either. So this is good. 1, 2. And I suppose that's 3. So it's really, really close to the other one. So that is not easy, but I'll get there eventually. So there we are. Technically, I should be able. I said technically. That's not easy. So I hope you won't have to struggle as much as I do. This one is easier. Like this. So we have sort of a little spine beneath. Okay. Well, this one doesn't really want to show, but we'll get there eventually. And the reason why I've done this is because here, I don't want this to meet here, and I'm going to score the same here. So 1.5 centimeters from the original fold, maybe a bit less, because this one is not really wanting to cooperate, but eventually I'll get there. So let me do that, and then I'll score this. So it's folded. Now, so this is my flap. So I'm going to go 1.5 centimeters from my fold, which I can see now. I'm going to mark it here, and I'm going to fold it to score it. It's ripping my paper. I don't really mind, because sometimes you have something underneath, and if you don't, you just have a bit of red that will come out, and that's fine by me. Oh, come on. Glued on my finger. So I'm just going to fold my new score line. And again, because my papers are old, they might rip, it doesn't really matter. Okay, so let's put the scoring board aside. And now the operation of mod podging everything. So what am I going to take? I'm going to take this. I'm going to start with the outside. So I have Mod Podge here. It's called vernicole in French, if there are any Frenchies looking at me. Maybe one thing that I want to do first is round my corners. And I'm going to round all of them. So one. You could do that afterwards. I don't think it would matter really. So 3. Ooh, we're trying with the left hand. Done. Okay, you can go back to sleep. And I can go on mod podging. So I'm going to put 2 layers. You need to let them dry between layers. Again, because otherwise it will wet your paper too much and you might have bubbles. Okay, I think I've covered almost everything, maybe not this side. Okay, Mod Podge dries really fast. I'm trying to re-glue my wrapped paper. Maybe it will work, maybe it won't. We'll see. Okay, so I'm just going to let this dry while I do the rest. So I will do the inside and the outside. And once I've put my 2 layers, I will come back. While the file folder is drying, I've taken out some atlas pages. So I'm quite lucky because they come as this. Sorry, I'm out of breath. I just went up the stairs. And I know that in height like this, they're fine. I just need to cut them shorter. Now the width of my file folder is about 32 centimeters. So I'm going to cut them at 30, which will leave me 1 centimeter on each side. So let me take my paper cutting machine device. And I also know that I have 2 white borders at the top and the bottom. So I'm first going to sort of make sure that I remove them. Because you will see the inside of the page. You won't see the out part so much, but the inside with the map, you will see it. So there we go. And now I'm just going to measure the width that I want. So that would be 30. Okay, there we go. That's one. I'm going to make 8 compartments. You can do less. I'm not sure you should do more because that's already quite a lot. And it's just paper after this. So if you put too many things, you take the risk of it not being strong enough, I would say. But that's maybe me being overcautious. Okay, so I'm going to cut the rest of them and I'll see you when I'm done. So now that I've cut my papers to side, the first thing I'm going to want to do is find my glue. There it is. Hope that it will work. And I am first going to close my my pieces of paper. So I'm just going to put some glue at the edge. I'm going to try to keep them as close to the edge as I possibly can, which is apparently not really working because I am shaking. And I'm just going to close them. I'm going to take a piece of a masterboard thingy and put it. I wanted just one and now they're all on the floor. Everything's going wrong. I wasn't really crying, by the way. I don't cry that easily. So I'm going to try again to take a masterboard there and put it underneath on that side so that my mat is protected. Okay. I'm going to do this with every page. The reason why I took atlas paper is because it's much thicker than... Oh, look at me going as far from the edge as I can. So it's very sturdy. I don't expect it to break here in the middle. So it's perfect for that. And to me, the glue is the best option for this as well, because you want some very resisting glue. Feels so good not to have to get my needle through the tip 20 times before being able to glue. Had forgotten how that felt. I think in the future I will not use refills. I will just buy new ones like this, and maybe I will change tips. I haven't changed this one. It's the same as the old one. I don't know. We'll see. Hoopla. Yeah, paper. I was trying to think of what I had last been talking about. So it was the paper, the atlas paper. This one is the name of the editor is Kie, and it's from 1951. I have older ones. I have more recent ones somewhere, but they're not as fun because the paper is not just the same. And this is one thing that I don't like about paper today, is that you can hardly find good paper, books with good paper. Okay. Uh-huh. So this one is the one that I said I was not going to use, but as I haven't cut the other one, so I'm just going to do this. And it will be fine. I also chose the pages that I was going to use. I do use them, I mean, all sorts in my journals, but I try to take the ones that you could say I liked less. Not that I want to give out something that I don't like. It's not that I don't like. I actually think that they're all beautiful. But, you know, there are colors that you use more than others, or some that you have used so many times that you think it's not worth using them again. It's getting sort of repetitive and boring. So, and also I've tried to keep a mix, because I don't want there to be only brown and yellow. I would like it to be a bit colorful. So I've sort of tried to alternate, yeah, between the different kinds of maps. So here comes the last one. Okay. I'm doing a better job on the left side than I am on the right one. Okay. There. Let's not forget to put the tip. So here they are. Now I'm going to show you how to glue them together. So I'm going to make sure that they're all in the right order, with the same side on the top, like this. So this is my first one. So I'm putting it with the open side on the top. If you do the other way around, it doesn't matter. Just stick to that side then. Okay, I'm taking my glue back, and I'm going to make a straight line downwards, going around the edge, and then again one up. If you try to keep it in the middle, which I haven't, it is better. If you haven't, it's okay. But try to stay, if possible, in the middle. I'm going to make it wider. Still not in the middle, but that's okay. Just do what I do, don't do, no, it's do what I say, not what I do. Okay, so I'm going to glue the next one over. Okay, making sure that it's all glued properly. So still with the top, the open side on the top. Now I'm going to do the other one, the next one. So straight line, down and up. Obviously up to the edge and down to the edge. Still not in the middle, but we're getting better. So make sure the opening is on the top and glue that one as well. Okay? Do not glue the whole of the page, because otherwise it won't work. Really just in the middle. And again, sort of straight line up to the edge. Taking my next page, opening at the top and gluing it to the other ones. Why is it shorter than the others? I don't know. It's probably the one that had the folds. But that's okay, it doesn't matter. I'll just take the glue off here and we'll have one that is a bit lower. Nothing wrong with that. It's not going to be bothering. So again, it's maybe going to be a bit bothering on this one, but that's okay. We will survive. Yes, we will. Because we are crofters and we are strong. Again, opening at the top. If you're wondering whether it breaks my heart to be sacrificing my atlas, it's not, because they're not that uncommon. And I paid this one about €5. So I think I can survive with that loss. And again, sort of in the middle. Closer to the edge. Opening up. If you have like 1 millimeter differences between your pages, it doesn't really matter. It won't show. Okay, so how many did I put? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. How many have I done? Well, let me glue 2 more and I'll see how many I have. It doesn't matter if I have 2 more, I will probably glue them anyway. Hopla. Opening the top. There. 1 more. You know what, I'm just going to glue them. And if they're more than 8, they're more than 8. It won't change the number of pieces I will put inside. I'll just spread them over the pages. That's all the difference it will make. Because I don't want people to get jealous from one another. So I've made 2 packs of similar proportions. And although this is a bit, I can't use the word complex project than what I usually do, it's really not that hard. Well, I don't think so. It's a bit more time consuming. So here I am. Give it a minute to dry. So here we have all our little accordion pockets. So you see, this is how they will unfold. You see the fact that this one is smaller really is not bothering. And we have the last one. It can be that while they dry, 2 get stuck together. You can always get them back to where they should be just by putting the hand between them. So here we are, we have our accordion fold. Pretty! So I am now not going to glue them in the file folder. We are first going to look at this, which is now dry. So this is how it's going to go with all our different folds. Just to show you, if you put this inside, fits perfectly. We have red here. I'll see what I can do with that. And then we have our cover. Flap, flap. Yeah, it's because my bottom thingy will not obey me. I will get it to work. There it is. So it does work. Okay. So now what I want to do, I want to finish putting the handle and the strips, and then go for my closure. Now for my closure, I have two options. Or at least I had two options, because I had taken things out. Let me just put that back somewhere. So one option is this, which was used to hold the straps, used to hold pants on. And then I have these, which are basically the same, but older, and that need a button. The thing is, I want to put the same stripe as I did on the other one, which is this one. And I don't think that I can fit two buttons. They would have to be on the side. I'd rather use these ones where I only need one button. I think that will make my life easier. Okay, I'll do that. So let me just get the strap out of my drawer. And I need to find two buttons. Okay, I've narrowed it down, sorry, to a couple of sets of buttons. Wow. So either this one, which is not my favorite, this one, which is okay, and this one, but I think it's too small, so I think I'll go for the round ones. End of the dilemma, because I was off camera, but it took me quite a long time to decide. So what I need to do is I need to, I think I'm not going to use this strip because it has sort of, well, I could use the other side. Yeah, I could use the other side, but I'm not going to. I'm going to take a fresh one. So what I am going to do, am I going to start with this? I'm going to prepare it anyway. So the idea is to have this like this. So here you will have that bit, and here you will have the button. So I just need to decide where I want my button to be, but it also needs to have a bit of flexibility, just so that you can put more stuff in it. So I think I need my scissors. I need to fold it back here. I think I'm going to have it this. Okay. And obviously I need two pieces of the same length. Okay, well, I thrifted this like a couple of days ago, and well, it's almost finished. Okay, I'm going to put all these on the side for now. I first want, ooh, somebody was unhappy, to reinforce this from the inside, so I'm going to put some fabric tape in it. Oops, you go away, and you go to the bin. So I'm going to take this one. It's not my favorite, I must say. Let me see if I have another one. That would be better. here is the house of balls. You need to close one before being able, that's not the one actually, before being able to open another. So the tapes are in here. This. This. So this is far too big. This is around the same size. I think I prefer this. It goes better with Shh! Hey! Go playing somewhere else. Boom! That's the head of one of them. Okay, let me put the others back in the drawer. And again, his head. We wonder why this one is really not clever. Well, I think we sort of have the answer. So I'm going to open this. So, yeah, I did glue this while the dogs were barking. I've been looking, I did put this under your eyes in my drawer just in front of me. Believe me or not, it's not there anymore, the little bit I had left. So I'm going to use the one that is stained. That's okay. That's life. It's going to be repurposed and be glued on the top of the ephemera holder, because that's what it is. So I'm going to cut it a bit longer and then I'll trim it once it will be glued. So I'm going to use, what did I use for the other one? I used my block glue, which loves dripping. Ugh. Okay. Whew. So I'm using this because I wanted to hold, really, really well. So there isn't much left, but I'd like to use it before I get the other one out. And I need to put, if it will let me, I need to put some on the edges because it's bigger than the sort of spine that we made. No, this is going to be fun. I don't like using things like this that are sort of, I don't like the texture, and I know I'm going to have some on my fingers. And that is not a pleasing idea, believe you me. Come on. Okay, so let's try to put some on the edges, but not too much. Okay. Thing is, it goes on flowing out even when you're not pressing. It's got a life of its own. Okay, almost done. Pretty sure you can't see me now, but I'm going towards the end. I would have loved to spare you this moment, but once you've started, you can't stop, so I could not turn the camera off. Now, you tell me how come, you know, the glue keeps pouring out once that it's upside down and almost empty. I don't understand this. Probably it's physics, I know, but I don't understand it. So let me get my strip and position it to where I want it, which is this. Okay, there it is. Oh, there's a little mountain. That's my fold. Well, it is what it is. It will dry clear. At least this I know. So I'm going to let it dry. And while it's drying, what could I do? I could take my strips. They're going to be glued to this part as well. Let me see. What I can do already is and I will use the same, sorry, come on, the same glue to do this. I'm going to glue, and this is what I don't understand, is how to put them here. Supposedly like this. But, you know, even if it's not like this, it doesn't matter. It will be. I'm going to do it like this. So I'm going to use that bit of glue. There we go. And let it dry. And now I'm going to do the same with the other one, if I ever find it again. Oh, don't tell me I put it back in a box, because then I don't know which box it is. This is going so wrong today. Everything, not just one thing, everything is going wrong. What have I done? Okay, let me look for it. Definitely was somewhere where it did belong, but I got it, so up you go back on there for the moment. Okay. No. Yes. Yeah, and now it won't even come out. Weird, weird, weird. Okay. Come on, I know you have a little bit left. It's probably the last project that I do with you. Then I'll take your brother. This is a lot of glue now. Didn't need that much. But we do with what we have. Okay. I will let it dry on the side. Opla. This I can put away. Maybe it will find the rest that has disappeared. And what I've taken out are threads. I wanted everything to be silver because the thingies are silver. So I'm taking these ones, which have screw heads on them. I'll take one of each. Oh my God. It's not nail varnish anymore. It's glue varnish. And I have so much. This is the Mod Podge. I don't like working with Mod Podge because I end up with filthy fingers, and no matter how many wet wipes I use, there's always some left. Well, it is what it is. So is this one dry? Yes, it is. I'm going to glue it. I have to think now what I'm doing. So it will go. I'll add a little more glue to the sides. It will go here. So now I need to mark where I want my button to be. Or at least, you know, give it an eye. So I think I will want it like this. Okay. So before gluing anything, I'm going to sew my button. So buttons are sewn. Fingers are still gluey. And what I'm going to do now is I'm going to glue my straps to my ephemera holder. So I want them to be like this. So I'm going to glue what am I gluing with? That's a good question. I don't remember which glue I used. I think I used art glitter glue. I'm going to use art glitter glue. Hopla. So I will glue it until there, until there. Okay. So I just wanted to stay put. I don't need it to be extra glued. It's easier if it doesn't move. I think, I'm not sure, this is where I should have put my glue now. Just going to make it a bit higher. Yeah, I'm gonna make it into here. Dun, dun, dun. Little dots, little dots, little dots, little dots. Okay. So let me put it like this. I want these to come to here, and I want you to come right below. Okay, now I must have used the other glue because I don't recall having spots like this. Okay. Number 2. Sophie, you're so funny. Put it upside down. So, like Sophie, I'm never measuring. So I'll just guess. Let me just put that. So it's a bit more. It's a bit more. Okay, so I want to glue it from there. Yeah, why not put everything in it? And here until there. So again, some glue. Oh, isn't this a good time to go with a vacuum cleaner? Thank you, Zoe. I know I shouldn't complain, it's still a little, she's vacuuming it. But really, let's not talk about this because that would put me in a bad mood, which I don't want. So, so I guess about here will do. Okay. you. Too much. Like this. Like this. And there you go. Okay. While this dry, I'm going to put some glue here, underneath here. I didn't have this problem with the other one. Probably I made my scoring line a bit differently. But that's not an issue, is it? Nothing that a little art glitter glue can't solve. There you go. So what we have to do now is the handle. So I first need to find the tip of my glue. I'm so tired of this day. I've just been losing everything. Oh. Okay. So I have decided, like the other one, to have this initial lace, which has number on it. The other one was another number. So I just want enough to double it. Let's see. So I'm going to glue it to one another, to glue them to one another. This is too much, I think. And what I am going to do is I'm going to put this, if I can, like this, to make a handle, a small handle. And this I'm going to put with brads. So I'm going to cut it a little bit more, like this. I'm going to put the rest back in its little box. Again, I found quite a lot of them. I thrifted some. I think I have about maybe 25 of them now. Maybe not all full, but still quite a lot of them are almost new. Okay. Oh, I need to poke holes. And to decide where I'm going to put my holes, I need first to glue this together. I'll put the glue. It's just to strengthen it that I'm doubling it. Nothing else. So now I'm taking my thingy, which is not glued at all. Well, that's quite fun. I will see that afterwards. It doesn't really matter because it's going to be holding from here as well. So am I going to put this there? Will that be enough? Yes, it will. Okay, I'm going to put it right at the beginning of here. Look at this. Glue. Glue. And the more I will take out, the more I will find. Okay. So, I need to punch a hole here. It needs to be big enough so that my brad will get through. So that will be it. I'll do the same on the other side. Oh, maybe one day that will be my hand. So I'm going to poke my hole here. Is it in the middle? Okay. Let's poke. Okay. Let's see if my bread will go in. Yes. Okay, I'm going to put something over them inside. This. So now the other one. So about the same distance. So somewhere there. Don't worry, my hand on the other side is not anywhere near my poking tool. Or at least I don't think so. We'll see. Okay, now you. And you. Where are you, little hole? Let's first do this one. This one. And that's two. I need to turn it around. Yeah. Okay. I'm going to get some of the fabric tape, which presumably I've put back in its place. So that means closing the drawer, opening the drawer, and finding out that I didn't put it back and that it's now lost forever. Okay, it's not back. All the other ones are. So this filming day is getting weirder and weirder. Let me put the box back in. Let's open the other drawer. It's not in that drawer either. This is so much fun. Looking for the lost fabric. I don't know. I don't know what the heck is happening today. I've been losing my fabric tape. Da-dee-da-dee-da-dee-da-da. Okay, let's not go mad. It's not more than we normally are. Okay, it has disappeared. It has disappeared. So it's in the land of the other fabric lace. What am I going to replace it with? Another fabric lace. Okay. Okay. So let's do the trick. Oh, I found the little piece. Ooh. Let's get another piece of fabric. 2 little pieces. I need to order them. I love this one. Really like it, and I don't have much left. So that calls for replacement. So they do stick well on one another. That's a good thing. Okay. Good. Now, give me my button back. Let's try to close it. That's one. And that's two. How does it look? I think it looks fine. Still need to manage to glue this a bit more, but I'll get to it. I need to cut the extra parts, and then we're going to glue the inside. So let me just do that and come back to glue the inside. So let's get our accordion thingy. So again, make sure that your pockets are the right side up. Open your folder. And what you're going to do, I'm so sorry, and the more I take him out, the more I have some. So I prefer to do it that way. And I'm going to start with this side. So I'm going to position my paper. So you see we've left about 1 centimeter on each side, which is really, really what we need. Okay, I'm going to do the same thing as we did to glue the accordion pages together. So just glue in the middle. Up to the edges. And now I'm going to fold I'm going to position it where I want it, and I'm going to glue it down. Once it's properly glued down, I'm going to turn it over, and I'm going to do the exact same thing on this side. Okay, and I'm going to close it and press it down. And we are done. We have our cutesy little ephemera holder ready. Okay, let me sort things out and we're going to look at the final result. Today we've made an ephemera holder with a file folder, and this is how it looks. So we have made a collage. It has strips to hold it together, to be able to close it, and it has a ribbon with numbers to make the handle. So we're going to look inside. Now, as you can see, the glue has been doing funny things. It shouldn't have. So I'm going to try and camouflage it with something else, but I need to find that something else first. So here is how our accordion looks like. So we have lots of space to put lots of little things, lots of ephemera. And yeah, I think it's beautiful. It's handy. And I hopefully will please someone with this and the goodies that it will hold later. So I want to thank you all for watching me. I know this is a very long video, but hopefully the results match your expectations. So thank you for watching. Take care, and I'll see you tomorrow.